Yes, I'm a slanderholic. Yes, I am a slanderholic. Oh, dude, I'm cringing super hard. Is blood loss a sign of AIDS? I guess is the thing that I'm kind of interested to know. This is why Xanderhal is a woke scold, and all his chat about how crazy the other lefties are apply equally to him as well. What the is going on with Xanderhal, man? Look at him here, dude.
Suck my inverted penis, you f***ing degenerate scum. Okay, let's go back.
Xanderhal is absolutely hands down one of the worst people for this, to do this little ratty, you know, it's funny, he kind of looks like a rat. I'm assuming you guys all know who all these people are. I'm guessing so. Xanderhal, Keffals, who else is involved? Well, they're not really involved. I don't know if I've got much to say about their involvement. President Sunday has just been sat at the sidelines chucking rocks at Xanderhal, which is pretty funny. Basically, Xanderhal is like a lefty content creator, okay? He kind of spun out of like Vosh's community. He actually started making content first, but then Vosh came along and, you know, soaked up a bunch of fucking lefties into his fucking remit. Vosh got a big straw, like fucking Badland Chugs, slurped up all the lefty audience. So now he's got this kind of orbit around him. And that includes people like Xanderhal. I think all the Keffals in her own right has got some audience. Like, she's also part of that sphere. Obviously, Demon Mama as well. But yeah, Xanderhal is basically like just this lefty content creator who is a bread tube kind of esque person. And it's funny because I've got like a bit of history with Xanderhal. I used to be really nice to him because I'm a nice guy. And he just progressively became more and more cringe. I don't know. And it sort of came to a head when I brought him onto stream and we talked about his ex. And I was very kind to him. I was very, very nice to him in that conversation. But there was a couple of points where I just was like, you know, brought up some issues I guess I had with what was happening. And he kind of reacted fairly badly to it. And then, you know, afterwards it's all been kind of twisted round and it's acting like I was having a go at him for his ex being abusive and stuff like that. Because that's the kind of guy that Xanderhal is. Anyway, if you want to watch the kind of ins and outs of my history of Xanderhal, by all means, there's videos on my channel about it, right? And the thing is with Xanderhal is he looks very good to some lefties when he's calling out the woke scolds, right? So he talks about the woke scolds and how the left have gone insane and, you know, they do this like purity testing, they're virtue signalers and all this other stuff, right? So when you've got some like soy lefty freak that just says insane shit, it's obviously very easy to look good against that. But when Xanderhal runs up against people who aren't with that dynamic necessarily, he just ends up looking terrible because he is just... Basically, Xanderhal is a kind of pathetic wretch, okay? He's a very pathetic wretch. And the funny thing about him is he is just as much of a woke scold as the people he criticizes. He's exactly the same as them. He's exactly the same as the woke scolds that he tries to criticize. You know, he's got that same kind of sensitivity about him. You know, he acts like he's calling out the woke scolds and he's having a go at the left that have gone crazy, but he's exactly the same. The latest drama... Yes, I'm a slanderholic. Yes, I am a slanderholic. That is correct. That is what I am now, okay? I am a slanderholic, right? Xanderhal is pathetic. He tries to act like he's calling out the left and he calls out the woke scolds, but he's a woke scold himself. It's pathetic. It's an absolutely miserable display whenever I look at whatever shit he's doing. And the thing is, he tends to look like that when he goes against people, you know, like Seanhead. Like I think with Seanhead, he demonstrated that he was, you know, a bit of a woke scold himself. Even more so now, I think, with the Keffals stuff, because he disassociated from Seanhead over the Balenciaga drama, right? Now, he doesn't like Keffals, and he's burning the bridge with Keffals, because Keffals apparently has got, like, a positive relationship with Seanhead. Like, that's purity testing. That's exactly the same kind of purity testing that he normally would be against. So it's just funny to see that the things that he is like directly critical of, he is now engaging in himself, you know? It's guilt by association. Oh, you're friendly with the person that I don't like. Well, I can't be friends with you anymore. Now, I've got some good news. I finally managed to set up an alt account on Twitter so I can actually have a little look and see what's been going on behind some of these blocks now, which is good, because Xanderhal has had me blocked on Twitter for a long time. So we'll have a look at that as well. But yeah, no, Xanderhal is... And he's got, like... You see it time and time again. When you're watching from the sidelines, you can really clearly see his strategy and what he tries to do, okay? Every couple of months, what happens is... It seems like maybe he's got, like, you know, a need to generate some content. So he finds some drama to stoke. He goes and stokes the drama, makes content about it, and then moves on. That's his whole kind of shtick that I've noticed. And he does it time and time and time again. Because the thing is with this particular drama, say what you want about Keffals. I personally am not like a Keffals fan. I don't really like Keffals. But Keffals hasn't really done anything wrong in this particular drama. All they were doing is just doing their normal thing and being friendly with Shoeonhead. And Xanderhal took issue with that. So he's stoked up all this drama about it and created all this drama out of nothing. And now it's blown up into this big story that everyone's talking about. And the funny thing about it, you're exactly right, new guy. Shoeonhead hasn't really done anything wrong. Like, you can dislike her politics, you can disagree with her takes, you can think that she went too far with the Balenciaga stuff, whatever you want to say. But this idea, the fundamental argument that Xanderhal makes, the reason he doesn't like Shoeonhead is because Shoeonhead tried to pedo jacket Xanderhal, is based on a foundation of like bullshit and lies. Shoeonhead never did that. Shoeonhead never called Xanderhal a pedo. I think the worst thing that Shoeonhead did is say that because Xanderhal didn't have a strong stance on the Balenciaga stuff, that it was like pedo enabling or something like that. Like that's the harshest thing I think that Shu said about it. But Shu never called Xanderhal a pedo, a groomer, nothing. She never like explicitly said anything about Xanderhal to that level. Even if she directly called him a nonce, I still think she did nothing wrong. He is. He is always the victim. That is absolutely true. He always wants to paint himself as the victim. And it's so funny. Like, there's so many strategies that he uses that you see him do time and time and time again. Okay? So, one example of this is that he will act like you criticizing him about something is actually targeting something else that he thinks he can solicit like sympathy for, right? So take, for example, his ex, Lani. His ex, Lani, was by all accounts a kind of weirdo, abusive kind of person, right? I think that that's fairly obvious. Like she was stealing from him. She was like caught on drug charges and stuff like that. You know, she was like a shitty person from the sounds of it, right? But what happens is you will criticize some aspect of him that is kind of tangentially related to that. So, for example, you might say of him, he had bad finances in that time, which is true. He did have bad finances. He was running his fucking money out of a PayPal account. Terrible financial planning, right? But what he'll do is he'll twist that, and you will say about him, he's got bad financial planning, and he'll twist it round to say, oh, you're having a go at me because of my abusive ex. I had an abusive ex. Why are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? He will pivot it around to make it so it's more sympathetic towards him to try and avoid or divert away from the fundamental criticism that's actually being made, which has nothing really to do with Lani. You're just saying you're bad at managing your finances, which is true, but it'll pivot it around to make it some victim talking point so he can say, oh, you're having a go at me for having an abusive ex. That's not really right. It's constant with him. He does it again and again and again, and you see it all the time. Also, he's got this kind of element which I think is demonstrated. And listen, I've not had a chance to look through his entirety of his tweets about this, and there's quite a lot of them, right? Okay. But this other thing that he does too is he'll stoke drama, and then when the drama's blowing up, he'll kind of go back and be like, guys, what are you talking about this for? Isn't there more important things going on? Which is best exemplified by this little tweet that I found on a quick scan. Keffals is apparently doing her 4th stream about me not wanting to be friends with her. She's like Taylor Swift without the good music. Anyway, I'll be covering Texas' new abortion ruling today on stream. So he's trying to act like he's above it all. And oh, you're still talking about that. I'm talking about important things over here. When he started all this, he's the one that started all of this. He's the one that instigated all this. He's the one that messaged Keffals about being friends with Shoeonhead and then decided to put a tweet out about it. It's unreal how much this guy will stoke drama and then take a step back and go, guys, why are you so concerned about drama? Isn't there more important things going on in the world?
And it's...
Keffals has been cutting quite a few. I think they've done quite a few streams about it. This is the latest video. I did watch a little bit of this, okay? It's not pre-watched, though, I promise. Anyway, I'm guessing they're going to give you a summary of what happened previous to this.
Previously on Keffals Live.
I was willing to raise money for him for a legal defense when he was going through all of the stuff with Sasha, and he decided to burn the bridge with me because I associated with Shoeonhead. Okay, you know what? Actually, yes, I will talk with you if Tipster is available to mediate the conversation.
This is what we watched the other day. We didn't watch all of it, though.
I'm not doing a one-on-one.
This is something else, isn't it?
So, yeah, I don't know how to approach
That
it.
thing kept on getting repeated, but the only time I ever see the take that
Oh yeah, that's another thing as well, guys. Somehow Lonerbox got involved in this. Somehow, out of nowhere, Lonerbox appears, and he was fucking getting involved in this. He's everywhere. He's literally everywhere you turn. You can't avoid him.
like Xanderhal was getting pedo jacketed is like some tweets that don't really show it happening. So yeah, I just got really confused by that. And I maybe did see some pedo accusations, or like just like shitposty pedo accusations going through the other way. So.
Hello.
Hi. I think Zan's being a bit...
I talked to Tipster after all of that happened, and Tipster said that it seemed like Zan really was basically already set, and nothing Tipster could say could make Zan choose not to burn this.
Once Keffals said, I don't think you have any real friends, to me, I was pretty sure that the conversation was not going to go anywhere.
I never wanted to fight Xanderhal. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So someone posted this.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. That edit wasn't really good. It didn't really explain what had happened. Anyway, hopefully my summary makes sense for you. Hopefully my summary makes sense for you.
This clip, Xanderhal should hold himself to his own standards. And holy shit. When I saw this, I got so frustrated.
Oh!
Now, someone that I debated years and years ago, maybe back in 2020, possibly, might have been back in 2019, I don't exactly remember, on Augie RFC and Bo Black's and Nicholas Diorio's live stream was Willie Mac Show. I debated him on the topic of, like, radicalization and what have you, and a lot of good memes came out of it. I think the consensus is that I kind of won that debate, and Willie Mac Show maybe didn't do the best. However, I like...
Oh, God. Right. I'm just cringing thinking about what that debate must sound like. I debated Willie Mac Show. God, this is so cringe, dude. Bear in mind. Oh my God. Okay. Now I need to play this clip. This is classic. This is classic Xanderhal moment. Oh my God. Oh, bro. Look at these videos, man. I successfully infiltrated the drama community. Oh, dude, I'm cringing super hard. How I pissed off Keemstar and the drama commentary community with politics. Dude, wait.
So,
Okay, that's a bad. Look at how much different he looks, bro. He looks so much better here. When is this from? 2020. Dude, he looks so... Gollum versus Smeagol. Dude, what happened to him? He looks so much better here. The Slanderholics have gotten to you. I'm not even being mean, am I? I think I'm being fairly reasonable. I thought I was being fairly reasonable here. He just looks rough. Goon paper. He just looks like a normal guy here. He's got long COVID. Okay, this is a factual statement. Xanderhal has been ravaged by long COVID and AIDS. Okay? Bro, I need to remember that I am merely a tourist in this. There's other people who have gone a lot deeper than me. The Slanderholic episode. Substantive critique, lolcow cringe content, e-begging grifting, fail son lazy moments. Queeman leaked it to me. The links at the... Guys, listen, okay? It's called A-log. A-log situation. Where's the commentary community? Is it in here? Wait, what's this? Oh, this is the video we were just talking about.
Chat.
Oh yeah, he dyed his hair platinum blonde. Anyway, look, listen, okay. We're getting too fucking sidetracked here, okay? We don't need to go over Xanderhal's every single embarrassing moment that he's ever done, right? Come on now. Have some respect. Have some respect here. Anyway, the basic point I was trying to make was that he wanted to try and infiltrate the commentary community, and he spoke about it on stream. And it was very Machiavellian. He was like, yes, well, I'm going to infiltrate the commentary community and I'm going to make it leftist. And it's like obviously that's just pathetic and cringe. And people in the commentary community are going to look at that and just think you're fucking lame. Anyway, come on. Let's try and stay on track a little bit, okay?
The guy. Since then, his takes on politics have gotten far better. He has made...
So it's important to note that who Xanderhal is talking about is a YouTuber who has made multiple hit pieces about me. Who made a 200,000 view video called Keffals is Unironically Evil. Who paid for access to my Patreon to clip a patron-only live stream for his hit piece video.
Okay, so obviously that's based, okay? Obviously that's absolutely fucking based from Willie Mac Show. I know people are going to be like, yeah, who cares? Fuck you, Keffals, right? Here's the thing. You need to look at it from the perspective of Xanderhal's brain, okay? Don't look at it from your perspective, which is going to be, well, yeah, you were doing shitty, shady things. Of course you're going to get criticized, okay? Think about Xanderhal's perspective on this. So Xanderhal is insisting, you know, he is saying that he's not willing to be friends with Keffals anymore because she's friendly with Shoe on Head. But yet when the shoe's on the other foot, he's happy to be on good terms with people who have like shit on Keffals in the other direction. That's the point that's being made here, right? You need to put aside your own views on Keffals just for a moment in order to understand where this criticism is coming from, right? You're like, two things can be true. Keffals can be a shitty person that's done stuff that was well worthy of criticism, that's been fairly criticized by Willie Mac. And also Xanderhal can be a completely inconsistent fuckwit who, on the one hand, will demand that you cut ties with people that have hurt him, whilst the same is not true in the other direction. Okay? That's the point here.
And Xan is like, I like the guy. Xan is willing to say that about someone who's been a piece of shit to me, but Xan will burn the bridge over me being nice to Shoe on Head. It's just not consistent whatsoever.
Countless videos at this point that I have significantly enjoyed that are tangential or directly related to the landscape of online politics, and I must say I am quite impressed with them. And me and him are chill as well. Like, we don't have any bad blood between us as far as I know, so me and him are chill. And
Chud, did you cover the chill goblin thing? I know exactly what you're talking about. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh my god. God, this is, dude. There's so many. There's rabbit holes on top of rabbit holes here. There's rabbit holes on top of rabbit holes here. Right. Oh man. That's in relation to the Sophie from Mars drama. There was a guy called We're from Hell, who was a bread tuber a little while ago. Okay, who was a bread tuber a little while ago. They had allegations come out against them, and they got cancelled by someone called Marina, who's this like OnlyFans whore lefty person, right? We're from Hell had a podcast with a guy called the Goblin, Chill Goblin, called the Goat and the Goblin, right? So obviously this Goblin guy, I think, was a bit perturbed about the fact his mate was getting cancelled and tried to take some steps to try and mediate and deal with it, right? Contacting this Marina person directly, this person that made the allegation, right? Now this Goblin guy is getting a load of shit because this Marina person has come out with these claims about the Goblin dude. Bro, it's fucking nuts. Lonerbox, I think, delved into it a bit. I've got to be honest with you. I covered the Sophie from Mars stuff, but there's with the lefty stuff, you'll go down a little bit and you'll be like, oh, what's all this? And then there's about fucking 5 different strands of drama that happen because all of them are all fucking cancelling each other and shitting on each other all the time in various ways and various means. And some of these people do not have like a meaningful presence online. So you're kind of left a bit like, well, who are any of these people? Like, most of the people who are looking at you probably got no idea who the fuck they are. So you've got to explain like fucking 5 layers of drama for people to understand what the fuck is going on, who Chill Goblin is, who We're from Hell is, who Marina is. It's crazy.
And he has recently been going on a spree of some of the best, most concise, well-evidenced, and entertaining critique takedown videos of Hassan that I have seen. Just 2 days ago, he released...
Xan called me a dick rider. If I'm a dick rider for Shoe, what is this?
A new video that I unfortunately have not had the opportunity to watch on screen yet, or off stream, called Hassan's Horrible Response and His Radicalized Audience. I believe this is Hassan, in response to Hassan refusing to hear Willie Mac Show's critiques of him. Willie Mac Show does, from what I've heard, a really good job of going over all of the dishonest, awful shit Hassan's been doing, at least lately, in this video, and I'm really...
Like, this is just him.
Okay, I'm getting fed. What am I getting fed here? What is this? That, I believe, is a tampon. Woke up at 5 a.m. with my mouth and throat full of blood and realised I had a nosebleed. This isn't a drip. This is a more steady trickle. Like an insane amount. If it doesn't stop soon, I'm going to the hospital because... because I'm losing way too much blood and I just can't stop it. Is,
Okay, that's wonderful.
blood loss a
But how
sign
do
of
I make
AIDS?
money off depressed
Hey,
people?
thank you for the sub, Princess Zelda. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're well. Is blood loss a sign of AIDS? I guess is the thing that I'm kind of interested to know. Come on, guys. This is not on. Go to the fucking hospital, dude. Holy fucking shit, that's not okay. I can't afford it, so it's a last resort. I'll cover ER. Go. Good guy Vosh stepping. Good guy Vaush. Good guy Vaush stepping in. Dude, that's nuts. Thank you. If I end up having to go, I'll gladly accept the help, but I put 2 tampons up my nose, so I want to see if this helps first. Okay. I don't know, man. This just seems very... I had no idea. I had no idea that Xanderhal did this. I mean, I don't, you know, I can't speak to the American healthcare system, but the idea that you can't go to an ER because you're unable to afford it just seems completely and utterly insane to me. How much would it cost to go to the ER to get like a serious nosebleed looked at? That was yeah, that was good of Vosh, eh? Good guy Vosh steps in. 2K. There's lots of varying amounts. Okay, yeah. Well, there we go. Get those tampons out your nose and get to hospital, Xanderhal. Anyway, I think that happened ages ago, didn't it?
Embarrassing, considering everything that has happened. Him saying all of this about Willie Mac, trying to police my relationship with other people, and then absolutely deep-throating someone who has made hit pieces about me. How is this fair?
Willie Mac show his cringe takes on Keffals? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He is kind of an enlightened centrist, but his takes on Hassan are really top tier. Also, Hassan has cringe takes on Keffals. You know that Keffals' name is banned in Hassan's chat, and that she's banned in Hassan's chat, Reddit, Discord, and every other part of Hassan's community. Vosh too. Yeah, like Hassan does not like the non-tanky part of the left. If you are not a tanky, Hassan does not like you unless you are willing to consume his content and move to his political positions. He will call you a genocidal American imperialist
Hassan
psycho and ban
the
you
fuck
from his
out.
chat. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm just like completely floored with the hypocrisy here. I should bring Tori on this stream though.
Okay, I don't think we need to know about what Tori's got to say about this, but this might be interesting. Tipster. You guys know who Tipster is, right? Tipster was part of the commentary community, and then he became a Keffals stan, basically, is what happened. But Tipster's also somehow involved in this fucking absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Okay, so, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're, like, I know it's a little bit of a rough one, and there's some pretty sad stuff going on, but overall, I think that...
Yep, he's the fat guy in it. I mean, when you're talking about the commentary community, that doesn't really narrow it down that much, does it? Basically, my Tipster... Okay, Tipster is Nicholas de Oreo for gays. That is what he is.
You know, I hope the rest of your day's been going well.
Things considered, I'm hanging in there. I'm just doing my thing.
I gotcha. So basically, I wanted to bring you in today because I feel it might be a little bit unreasonable.
What's so funny about this drama for me is it's all so petty. It's all so petty and bullshit. Like, there's nothing to this. It's so stupid. But yet everyone is treating it like it's a fucking UN meeting on, like, peace talks or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I brought you in here to talk about this. Bro, you fucking spurged out because Keffals was friendly with someone you don't like. Okay? That's it. That's what's happened here. And you're trying to act like this is a super serious issue, bringing these people in to talk about it. It's also fucking low stakes and stupid. Yes, it's like high school drama. Oh, you like a person that I don't like. But now it's become this kind of like, oh, we need to bring people in to discuss this and talk about it. And this is what I'm talking about with Xanderhal. It's his fucking strategy. Where he stokes up drama, where there is no fucking drama that's happening. There is nothing that's happening. He's made something out of nothing, and now he's making content out of it. But then he also tries to act like he's above it all. And actually he wants to talk about serious topics like fucking abortion in that thing that I showed you. You know? No, bro, you're full of it. You're absolutely full of it. Stay strong, Xanderholics. That ship has sailed. That ship has utterly sailed, I'm afraid to tell you.
To just give my side of the story on my channel without letting someone... Because, like, Keffals allowed me onto her show. She let me explain my side of things. I do feel she was being a little bad faith, to be honest, but despite that, the fact that she allowed me on to speak my
How was I being bad faith? I've been so charitable to him.
side of things means that I feel it's only fair for me to allow at least the neutral third party that was there to mediate it come in and give their side of things as like at least a side thing or a counter.
Okay. I'm not sure how much I can really contribute. I guess the only thing I can really say is, I have a lot of respect for both you and Keffals. Back when I decided to leave a very toxic community for, what I thought was best for me, both.
Oh, he's talking about the commentary community. God, this is... Oh, my God. Basically, Tipster was unhappy. I think I watched one of the streams about it. But yeah, Tipster was unhappy with all the commentary guys being dickheads to him, basically. They would like call him, but basically he would always get himself in embroil himself in some drama. I mean, there's lots of different Tipster dramas, I think, but there was like the Dom Mummy drama. I don't fucking know, man. You need to go and look it up yourself if you're interested. But yeah, Tipster was a bit of a kind of a figure of fun. He was a bit of a joke, I think, amongst the commentary community, and so he decided to leave very publicly.
Of you guys were extremely supportive of me in that. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. So when I saw this conflict between the two of you, and it seemed like it was over, a misunderstanding or something, it sucked to see, to say the least. So when the opportunity today presented itself to hopefully, help you two have a conversation and potentially,
The thing is, as well, with the tip, is that because I came to know of Tipster. What was it through? It was through some drama back, I think, in 2022 or something. When he's like talking about stuff, he can sometimes have some interesting insights and some good insights into things. And he was, at times, I thought he did some good videos, some good commentary videos. But he would constantly embroil himself in retarded drama and wasn't able to cope with the blowback from that drama. And then, obviously, that's why he got upset at the toxic commentary community and ended up leaving. Yes, the BX Bullet stuff. Yes. Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure he had like good takes on something to do with BX Bullet. God, it's all so fucking... There's so much shit that's happened. It's like... trying to remember it all. It's locked up there away somewhere. But yeah. It was definitely... I'm sure he had good takes. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's not like he was like a complete idiot. He had some decent takes sometimes, but just couldn't cope with getting embroiled in different drama all the time. Who's BX Bullet? Oh my God. I feel like I'm kind of roughly explaining one character in the story. And then it's like, BX Bullet. Who's BX Bullet? Well, BX Bullet is... Blah, 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 blah. It's like, there's a fucking endless reams of fucking drama you've got to explain. Surely you must know who BX Bullet is. Look, if you don't know who BX Bullet is, listen. That's it. I'm unlucky. I don't know what to tell you. Unlucky. You're probably not going to understand a small aspect of this, okay?
Work it out, or however it was going to work out at the end of it, I went ahead and I jumped at it. Obviously things didn't go the way some of us may have hoped it would go, but I just did the best I could to mediate a conversation between you two.
Yeah, I think you did a good job overall. I mean, there was...
Okay, that's wonderful.
I try
But
not
how do I
to...
make
Like, even my
money
debates I don't
off
think are
depressed
super
people?
high
Tipster
octane. I
once
try not
told
to
the
go...
story
Okay,
of going to Jack
so-
in the Box and, multiple times, buying 2 large burgers and a 2 liters Dr. Pepper, so there's some fun trivia.
Thank you for the trivia. Appreciate it.
Interesting note. You notice how, when Zan in that clip that we just listened to said I heaped praise onto Willie Mac? Well, Zan just got a $5 dono. Please don't take this the wrong way. I've never liked Keffals. After Willie Mac's video on her, she seemed shady. I know you said you didn't agree with it, but I never saw anyone debunk it. So it's just like, he has these people who are shitting on me that he's taking money from. That there's obviously a really unfair double standard going on here. It's just not fair at all.
Like, low blows or bad faith, unless it's like... I got to be going up against somebody who knows a really bad person before I go bad faith with it.
Yeah, on the last video, I think there was a couple of comments that went out about this stuff that happened previously in this drama. There was a comment, and it was like, why are you siding with Keffals on this? And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not siding with Keffals. I don't like Keffals. I think Keffals, you know, has done some really shady stuff. But like, what can you say about what she's doing here that's wrong? Like, there's nothing really wrong that she's doing here, I don't think. She's just pointing out inconsistencies that Xanderhal's got and is getting shit for being friends with Shoe on Head. So what am I supposed to say about that? Like, I agree that that's fucked. You know, you can still hold the position that she's done a bunch of really fucking bad shit. You know, the GoFundMe, the Kiwi Farm stuff, all of that stuff's still bad. But, you know, besides constantly reminding you throughout my stream, by the way, guys, don't forget that Keffals set up a GoFundMe claiming she was going to file a lawsuit and never did and got 100k. We don't know what happened to that money. Like, yeah, that's in my head. Just assume that's in my head. I'm thinking that whilst I'm watching this, and we'll be fine.
And I wanted to have that. I really wish it didn't have to be a public convo. I really tried to like bring everything into a private conversation. I was convinced by a mutual friend of ours to do so, who kind of helped me to cool down a little bit. But that mutual friend is now blocked by Keffals and banned. Yeah, it's just it's sad that I did try to make it private, but even if it had been,
He didn't.
Didn't she eventually file a suit? No. No, that's not true. That isn't true. She filed via a lawyer a complaint. I believe it was a human rights complaint or something. Fuck, I probably should get this correct. But basically, okay, I feel like I've explained this about 3 times recently. I believe it was just after she'd finished rehab or something like that, okay? She was coming back to streaming. And obviously there were still questions about this 100k, right? Right? And she ended up filing via a lawyer some sort of complaint against the police. The complaint itself is free to file. There's no cost to file the kind of complaint that she filed. And my belief is that she did that as a means to show, oh, I'm doing something to try and justify this 100k. But since then, nothing has happened. There's been no update. There's been no further communication about that. And so, like, what happened? What happened to that complaint? And that was used as means, particularly by her audience, to say, well, no, she did the human rights complaint. So there you go. There's the lawsuit. It's like, that's not a lawsuit. She didn't file a lawsuit against the police. Do you really care about a GoFundMe scam a year later? I mean, that is the biggest... I mean... That kind of apathy is why I am apathetic. Because, yeah, what's the point? There is no point. There's no point in worrying about this stuff long term because nothing ever happens. Nothing ever gets updated, you know. But I don't know, like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks that nothing happened with it. But what can you do? There's literally nothing you can do. Everyone's moved on. Yeah. She got away with it, exactly. I mean, I don't know, you're right. But I care because I think it's wrong. But that's the problem, isn't it? You don't say anything about it. You act like you don't care. And then people go, oh, why are you defending Keffals? And it's like, I'm not defending Keffals. I think it's fucked. But there's nothing that you can really do about it except point out that, yeah, this still is a thing that's floating around. Yeah, and it's like Keffals has gotten away with this act and kind of just moved forward. Meanwhile, Kiwi Farms is still plagued with issues, and they're still fighting about 20 different battles as various different entities try to take them down. You know. Oh, she filed a complaint with the Human Rights Council of Canada, a process which, to be fair, takes a long time to see through because HRCC is slow as fuck. Sure, but the point is, what was the cost of doing that? What was the actual cost of filing that complaint? That's not a lawsuit. That's a complaint that's free to file. 100k for that. And the problem now, the problem now is that if you bring it up, yeah, people have that response. Sure, let's not care about it then. Keffals is a queen, based.
Make it private. He
Let's move
addressed
on.
it in a public stream. And then there was a 3-minute window before he made a tweet tagging Demon Mama, calling me a snake, and calling me a dick rider. Like, there was no point when he tried to de-escalate this. On every single front, he was escalating and making the situation worse.
In a private conversation, I don't think it would have gone much differently. The core of the disagreement, from what I picked up, and I'll let you give your take afterwards, seems to be you made it public first. Like I said, if I would take, not only did I find out about it publicly, like on stream, so there's no way to make it not public because I reacted to it on stream because I saw it on stream for the first time. But also, I literally said the one mistake I've made in all of this that I would say is tweeting that when I did. So I'm
just because you learn about something on stream doesn't mean that you need to address something right away. I ignore chatters all the time. There are drama frogs constantly trying to get me to get into fights with people that I don't want to get into fights with. You don't have to listen to every chatter, and you don't have to believe everything that a chatter says. Some of you are fucking insane, quite frankly.
Yes.
I'll ban you for that, but...
Okay. Listen, now we've gotten over the GoFundMe situation and the police thing and the Kiwi Farm stuff, and we've drawn a line under it. Yeah, sure, that's based and true. I agree with her.
But just know, you're wrong. Anyway, basically, I wanted to go on there and just be able to explain how I'd felt. I didn't think mending of the bridge was really possible, nor did I really want to do that, because for me, it's like, how's the best way to put it, right? Like, you don't want to have a friend who is only...
Chud exposed. There's nothing to expose. It's all out there. There's tons of videos about it. I mean, I don't know what more is there to expose.
Meeting the expectations
I like
you have
Keffals now.
for your friends because you want them to.
Chud Nation has forgiven Keffals for her crimes. Okay.
You want to have friends that like you so much or like care about you enough that they do that because it's the right thing to do. It's what I do for my friends, like generally, especially if they ask me to. I recently had, I won't name who this is because I don't really want to stir up this drama, and I've been asked not to. But there is a mutual friend of me and Keffals who...
Oh, no. Who is this going to be?
Pretty known in the space. And they messaged me after I retweeted and liked a tweet from somebody who I also liked and is also someone in the space.
Listen to the fucking words that are being said right now. I liked and retweeted something. I liked and retweeted something. Bro.
To tell me, along with evidence, by the way, that that person had engaged in a massive harassment campaign and lie rumor spreading campaign about them. And that they were like, I could do whatever I wanted, but like, they didn't like seeing me retweet that person. And my response was like, word? Okay. And I sent them back. My response was word and then a screenshot of that person is blocked. That's just generally how I go about things. And I don't expect everybody to go that far. But it's just kind of like, if I have those expectations, I have to meet those expectations, right? Does that make sense?
So this is a bit weird to me because
it is utterly is it even it's fucking baby shit. Well, you see, Keffals' friends, this is what's happening here.
That's wonderful.
Okay?
But how
Thank
do
you for
I
the
make
super chat.
money off depressed people?
What wation less than 3?
This is what's happening here. For those of you that are tuning in, don't understand, okay? Keffals is friends with Shoeonhead, and I don't like Shoeonhead. Keffals should stop being friendly with Shoeonhead because when I liked and retweeted a post, someone messaged me to say they were a bad person, and so I blocked the person and sent them proof of that. What are we dealing with here? What is even happening? How is this a thing? How is this so substantive that fucking, people are cutting these fucking videos about it? It's the most pathetic thing ever.
You should have evidence of a claim that's being made before you just jump on it. You shouldn't just believe everyone immediately and act on it. Some people don't have all of the facts in front of them. Some people lie. Some people have an agenda that they're not willing to tell you up front. And also the fact that it's just so vague and no names are being named, if it's like, why would you even use this as an example?
Yeah, I understand that for sure. And I think that's kind of where it comes down to like a difference of philosophy when it comes to, friendship and stuff like that. Because like I think I mentioned this in the conversation with Keffals, where I'm friendly with people who associate with people that I'm not too fond of. And, I can understand your perspective and I can even empathize with your situation involving Shu, right? But for me, like personally, like I don't personally take an issue with anybody that I associating with people that I dislike. Um, that's just
Yes.
kind of the way I look at it. I don't have.
That is the normal position for normal people. That is the normal thing to do. Is in this world, generally, outside of this, okay, there's people that you're friends with that maybe are friends with you don't get on with so well, or even don't like, and you have to coexist, okay? In the content creation sphere, it's even more profound that you must be able to engage with people who are going to be friends with others that you don't like. That's just the way the fucking world works, right? There's people that I associate with that I'm sure associate with people that I fucking don't like, but that's fine. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know, why is it that people are acting like you have to have this complete purity of friendship groups? This is the woke scold stuff that I'm talking about. This is the fucking woke scold shit that I'm talking about. This is what Xanderhal is doing now. This is woke scold behavior. To act like you must have this purity amongst your friendship and your friends cannot be friends with bad people, right? This is exactly what's going on here. This is why Xanderhal is a fucking woke scold, and all his chat about how crazy the other lefties are apply equally to him as well. God, look at him here. What on I just looked at the screen. What the fuck is going on with Xanderhal, man? Look at him here, dude. What on earth? Listen, I don't want to make the AIDS jokes a bit too tired, so I'll be a bit more specific about it, okay? Have you ever seen a picture of an AIDS patient who is at the end of their life on their deathbed? And they're like covered in sores and they're all fucking wretched and skinny and they're literally on the precipice of leaving this mortal coil. Like, he looks like that. He looks like that. What's happened to this guy?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Hey, thank you for the bits. Zan out here looking like a friendly councillor state crackhead. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lexi, for the bits. I'm telling you, he used to... Did he used to just do commentary videos type thing? When did he first come on camera? Oh, boy.
Tara.
Dude. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, no. Look how young he looks here. How old is he here? He must be like 18 or 19. Punished Zan. Punished Zan. I feel kind of bad. Listen. The inner... What was the other thing? Slanderholic. Oh, Xanderholic. Xanderholic. My inner Xanderholic is pushing through, I think. Dude, he did just used to look a lot more kind of like a normal guy. Maybe, is it the stress? Is it the stress and pressure of being a content creator? Is that what's done this to him? I don't know. Was it the abuse from his ex, Lani? Was that what it was? Did Lani get him into drugs? Did Lani get him into drugs? Oh my God.
Have that expectation, but clearly you do. So it's just a difference of opinion, I think, on this particular personal boundary you have with your friends or whatever.
Maybe there's a good chance that maybe if I was like a million times larger on YouTube or something, and I had a lot less to like lose in terms of like if I am like if somebody that I'm friends with decides that they don't like.
Okay, he could actually have bad turbo AIDS, but he can't afford to get it treated. So be kind, okay?
Me anymore, and they want to fuck me over because they're also friends with someone who hates me. Then that's like not going to be as big of a deal. But like the possibilities that could come from like a like Keffals being friends with me and with Shu, who like absolutely despises me, and has like admitted to wanting to make like a video to take me down. It's just not something I could ever be comfortable with, right? Like it's basically like how can I be friends with somebody who is also friends with someone who wants to see me homeless, basically? Like, I can't do that when I can't be okay with that when I literally am a small content creator who's been close to homelessness a couple times due to some pretty fucked up life circumstances, to say the least. And like, meanwhile, I'm seeing like comments in Keffals chat the entire conversation that are like,
Oh my
seriously, fuck
God.
Xanderhal, petty, spiteful piece of.
Why would Xanderhal point to a white name as definitive proof of what people in my community believe? Like, you could at least point to someone who's been there for a while, you know? No hate. Actually, no, I do fucking hate white names, okay? I hate all of you. I don't trust you. Having a white name is basically a signifier to me that I should not immediately have any trust in what you say because you might not have been here for long enough. And because of that, you might...
Dude, you need to fucking update this document. All the links are broken. I wanted to look at some of the e-begging shit. Where's the e-begging?
All right. There is a variety of YouTubers online, mostly on the right wing.
Where's the e-begging? I need to see the e-begging.
Be trying to feed me misinformation in order to get me to start beef with other people.
Anyway,
like that was the overwhelming number of messages in Keffals.
I sent you like $100. I appreciate it. But the reason why I have to like think like this is because of the amount of drama frogs that come into the stream, who I don't know very well, who try to get me into like ridiculous slap fights with people. And I had to learn that over time because it happened over and over and over again. People love to feed misinfo to streamers and get them to fight people.
Chat during the entire conversation. Just once Keffals...
Actually, the vomit clip is funny, but I don't think I can play that because although, I mean, Twitch rolled it back now. Although for a time you could broadcast hentai pornography, I don't think that you can show bodily fluids, I believe. You can play it because it's art. Okay. Yeah, Xanderhal is, I don't know. His financial situation is a trope. Well, whenever we last looked at the, what was it, the Lani stuff and stuff like that, it was very clear that his financial situation was pretty diabolical. Like, he's not very good at managing his finances. He had a bunch of his money in a PayPal account. The main reason that Lani was able to fucking take all this money from him is he wasn't properly accounting and looking at where his money was going and what direction it was going in. So he had like this money sat in a PayPal account and he would just add his kind of stream income to it. And then what Lani would do is she would transfer money out or take money out of it and then would delete the transaction. So it goes into another, like, an archived part of PayPal. So he didn't see that transaction happening. And was having, you know, when it's like they take a little bit at a time, so it's difficult to tell unless you've got a very keen eye on it, basically. What happened to Lani? I mean, it is fucked. Listen, just to be clear, despite what Xanderhal has said about me on this topic, I think what Lani did was totally fucked. She's a total, like, fucking scamming druggie. The funny part of it is not him getting money stolen by this fucking abusive ex. The funny part is his inability to manage his finances contributed to his pain. But if you point that out, apparently you're doing abuse apology or something. I don't know about loans and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, the reason is because they lived together and she would go and buy groceries and stuff like that, apparently.
Keffals said, I don't think you have any real friends to me. I was pretty sure that the conversation was not going to go anywhere positive and that Keffals was basically there to, like, try and own me. Probably.
I wasn't there to, like, I would still like to be friends with Xanderhal. I never wanted to fight Xanderhal. Like, he started all of this. I didn't want this to happen.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think that was her intention.
Okay, it's funny for two reasons. Okay, Kareeman has sent me the stuff I was trying to look at. I've literally only $600 to my name right now. Should I buy Cyberpunk 2077? Has someone previously called Xanderhal the DSP of the left? Because that seems quite apt from where I'm sitting personally. This is a bit blurry. People message me. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I'll read it so you can see. People message me asking why I only have $600 when I'm a moderately successful streamer. How much money do people think streamers make? This doesn't include ad revenue, which has been like 1,500 to 2,000 a month since August. What's that? $27,000, I believe that is. Dude, if you've only got $600, if you've got more money coming in, then yeah, obviously go and buy what you want. But if you don't, yeah, you probably need to be a bit more careful, don't you? Maybe he could pay for his utilities so he can afford tap water for his ramen. Jesus Christ.
Intention when she made that
DSP
comment. I
moment.
think at that point she was probably just frustrated.
No, we're going to watch that
how
today.
the conversation
The
was
boogie
going,
thing.
because it did start to get into a loop by that point. But I can understand where you're coming from, why you would feel that way. I don't know. The whole thing's just kind of messy. To me, like if you go back to the start of it, it really did seem like there was a chatter in your chat that was just trying to stir up shit. And unfortunately, based on the way things played out, they kind of got what they wanted. And you know, these things happen. You know, as streamers, we always have people who show up in our chat and try to stir up drama between, you know, different streamers or whatever.
Yeah, Tipster absolutely gets it. This is just a recurring thing that you have to deal with as a streamer. People love to stir up drama and make people fight each other.
You know, I've definitely had it before where somebody will, you know, come in my chat and say, this streamer said this about you, this streamer said that about you. And, you know, everybody has their own ways of handling it. Like me personally, in that situation, I've definitely had that happen where I'm just like, oh, okay, well, thanks for bringing it to my attention. I'll look into it later. Obviously, that's not how you handled this situation, but I'm not here to get.
Hold on a second. So, this is what I mean. Okay, so you see Bubba Grimm in chat right now. Xan looks rough as fuck, must be the drugs. You don't see this, but on my end, it has a little symbol indicating that that's a new user. They literally just created an account to say that, and now someone can point to my chat and be like, look what Keffals community is doing. However, they are not part of my community, they just made an account, and if anyone has been around my community long enough, you know that I am a recovering drug addict, and I fucking hate you. Suck my inverted penis, you fucking degenerate scumfuck, get out. Okay, let's go back.
How you should handle a situation or whatever.
Whoa, dude! Oh, God damn! Oh my God. Chill out, Keffals. You're going to trigger the chasers, okay? Fuck me. Calm down. Jesus Christ. But listen, okay? Fundamentally, what Keffals is saying here is correct. There are people who will go between different streamers' chats, and their goal is to like stir shit up and fucking try and trigger people, get people fighting, stuff like that. You know, I remember one time when someone came to my chat and was like, "Oh, Irrelevant's talking all this shit and saying stuff and disagrees with you, blah blah blah." And then I think someone had done the same on the other end. And then me and Relly spoke, and it was like there was no issue. We more or less agreed, and maybe had a few disagreements around the edges. And that was it. But people want to act. Yeah, people want content. People want to see content. People want to see people fighting. They want to see people scrapping with each other. You know, they want to stoke it a bit so that people go and do something and go crazy. And obviously, part of doing this is you need to try and moderate that in your own head, so you don't end up going crazy and creating something out of nothing. You know. Yeah, it's the equivalent of going up to kids going up to that. Hey, Johnny called you an idiot. Johnny called you stupid. But Xanderhal is unfortunately cursed. He's cursed with the lolcow gene, I believe. So, you know, I remember a time back in the day, many years ago now, Xanderhal would name search himself on Twitter, and he would quote tweet people that were talking shit about him to shit on them. And in some cases, you were looking at like, you know, a few follower account Andes. Just randomly, he'd quote tweet them, and you're like, how would you even see this? Like, this person's got like 10 followers. And it's because he would seek out people that were talking shit about him to quote tweet them and dunk on them. Like, literally, you know, typical lolcow behavior. You just, you know, you do not want to get involved in engaging with that sort of thing. Damn. Creeman's really, really feasting on this Slanderholic stuff, it seems. So what, they're losing a few hundred subs? This has to be YouTube purging subs again, right? There's no way so many people are manually unsubbing from me over such a long period of time. And it's a few hundred subs here and there. Guys! So what the fuck do I do now that I can't stream upload for a week? I will also not be able to upload for 1 week, and this is my job! Stream YouTube revenue is how I buy food and pay my bills. Team YouTube, please help. How have you got all these? What is this? How have you got all of these? What is this? I thought this was going to be talking about the drama, but this has just become a fucking Slanderholic segment. This has just become a Slanderholic segment now. Maybe it's just me, but a 17-year-old me wouldn't be mature enough to date a 19, almost 20-year-old. Especially if that person was a massive public figure. I don't know if it's grooming or pedo shit, but it's certainly inappropriate. Just have a thing for MILFs, problem solved. Listen, guys, I've got to be honest with you here, okay? 48 views. 48 views. That's like, oh, you did a whole stream about this. Okay. Look at... I tell you what, Queen, you're a little fucking rat, aren't you? Look at this. Hashtag Chud Logic. Hashtag Destiny. Hashtag Vouch. I'm pretty sure you put my name in all of your videos, don't you? Is that true? Anyway, listen, look. Oh, listen, I've got to be honest with you. I feel like the Slanderholics have been validated. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I've had my own issues with him. But yeah, if you wanna see the full insight, I think Queeman deserves the view on that. Queeman is the king of the glup shittos. True. Anyway.
I can just say I probably wouldn't have handled it the way you did, but
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've had my literal theme song, which I didn't even have any part in making. It was made by Sweet Myths about, like, because like, Holic Master knows a fair amount about the Xanderhal lore. They've been around for quite some time in this space. And when Holic Master slash lead singer Sweet Myths made my theme song, the entire song.
No, I'm just a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Okay, I see like a young lad trying to make it in the content creation world. You know. But unfortunately, his lolcow behavior became too much to withstand. But I am a nice guy. Some say I'm too nice, if anything. So,
listen to the lyrics is about the constant bullshit that I've had to deal with. That's been like almost to an extreme. It's not that I've gotten more bullshit than other people my size. It's that the shit that I've gotten canceled for is like particularly insane. Whether it be like being against abusers or like calling out just the most horrific, heinous shit, or being completely misrepresented. It's been like
I wonder what it's like to be completely misrepresented and have people make up wild accusations about you. I'm probably going to be thinking about this after I end the stream over a tasty cup of noodles.
Literally what the song is about. I had no part in making it. It was literally a surprise that I got on my birthday from Holic Master. And it's just like, I feel like when my literal theme song, that I had no part in the creation of, is about how much bullshit that I get. And like, no one else's theme song that Holic...
My theme song. It's too much, bro. God, my theme song, though. What about my theme song? Have you not thought my theme song is all about this shit that I get? Is he talking... Oh, God. Is he talking about the song by that by those Voshtik riders? Is that what he's talking about? What are they called? There's this band, and they did a bunch of songs about like streamers, about lefty streamers. You know who I'm talking about. Come on, guys, you must know. Someone in chat knows. What's their name? They did the song about Vosh Rad. We all know that Bosch red. You know the one I mean. Come on, you must know. Oh my god, what is this? Yes, this is it.
X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who spit facts online all the time. Can you see it? All the ones who drag my name every single day. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
This is a song about Xanderhal. These Sweet Myths people did a song about Xanderhal getting... They made a song about people being mean to Xanderhal on the internet. And this is his theme song. This is what he's saying is his theme song. Oh my god. Bro, come on. It doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, they keep saying you don't have what it takes to carve out your own name underneath the shadows of gods. And I keep waiting for the day your disbelievers say I flew way too close to the sun. I wait, but it never really comes. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who spit facts online all the time. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A voice that compels all.
Actually, musically, we don't listen to all of it. Musically, it's actually it's well put together, but obviously it's about a really cringe topic. Yeah, musically, it's actually not bad. It's just the cringe of making a song about fucking Xanderhal. And, you know, which is essentially the premise of which is people are being mean to Xanderhal on the internet. And that's bad. Dude. How did this become a Slanderholic segment? You guys have teased me into this, haven't you?
Like Master has made is about that. I think it's like, or being anti-lolly, like being unironically just being anti-pedophilia has gotten me massively canceled too. So I'm like unironically getting harassed by pedophiles and Nazis calling me a pedophile at once. That was fun. But yeah, like it's just, it's really rough to then have to be like, yeah.
It's actually funny too. So like the reason why the Discord is named Catboy Ranch isn't because I love Catboys or something.
Oh,
it's a
Catboy
throwback
Ranch.
to the fact that there was a conspiracy theory made up by lolicons, like by the people who like really loved child pornography, because I called them pedophiles, right? And their response to that was to make up a conspiracy about how I had a grooming Discord called Catboy Ranch. And I decided as a flex to name my Discord Catboy Ranch. Just to fucking flex on them. Because every time they bring up this conspiracy theory about me, it makes them look insane.
Yeah, I have to be able to look past the...
Yeah, I don't really know too much about the ins and outs of that. I just remember that it was... Obviously, a lot of this stuff came from the farms at the time, and people criticised it on that basis. Okay, what's your take? I don't know much about it. Give me my take. Was the Catboy Ranch stuff bullshit or not? First of all, state whether or not you're transphobic. Oh, wait, Alanar. Okay. I think Alanar is a Keffals hater. When I looked into Catboy Ranch, I didn't think it had much validity. Exaggerated. Okay. Creeman also, I think, is on that train. Okay. I trust both of you on that front. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll take that.
Friendship with someone who absolutely who's part of that hater industrial complex. Thank you for that phrase, Novasari. It's like, I don't know if I just have trust issues. Like, maybe that's the case, but, like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my place of hurt is
considering like all the stuff I've been through, and I know you're aware of like a lot of it. I can definitely empathize with you in terms of like, you know, having to deal with like the most insane bullshit or have like the craziest like accusations.
Oh, hey, Keffals, how's it going?
made about you, or people misrepresenting statements you've made and stuff like that to try and like cancel you or ruin your reputation. Like, I get it. I totally understand it. Yeah, it's fucked up to have to deal with shit like that. I don't know. It's messy. This whole space, people have to deal with shit like that, and it's really frustrating when you're the one in the crosshair. So yeah, I can empathize with you for that for sure.
Yeah. At this point, it's a lot of the same people coming into chat, or not the same people, a lot of different people from Keffals' channel coming in to like demand the same questions. Once again,
Yeah, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about you GoFundMe. Hopefully, still enjoying the reward of the 100K. How's the court case going against the Canadian police?
Getting the why do you not have the same standard for Vosh questions? Like we already talked about that. I do. I almost burnt the bridge with him until he.
I mean, I think I think it's a valid question to ask. Clearly, you have your own reasons for that.
Anyway, listen, we've decided as a community, Chud Nation has forgiven Keffals for your crimes against trans idiots that gave you money.
And it's not the only person.
It just kind of is what it is.
That's not the only.
Can someone? Okay, so I've seen this accusation come from chat twice. That Zan said that we're all like Kiwi Farms in's YouTube chat. Can you please provide a source for this before this accusation that is unsourced gets spread around? Because we shouldn't be spreading lies about Xanderhal. We shouldn't be spreading lies about anyone, quite frankly. Please provide the source.
I disagree. I think spreading lies about Xanderhal is funny, okay? If it's funny, spread the lie. Xanderhal has got... Listen, I need to be careful. I nearly got myself in a court case recently with, what do you call it? Dark Viper. I need to be careful. I need to not break any libel laws. I read on the internet, and listen, I read on the internet, I don't know whether this is true or not, okay? I read on the internet that Xanderhal has got AIDS.
Make a claim that that's that outrageous, because if he said that, I would be very mad.
The person that I've like approached Vosh and been like, you got to stop platforming this guy. Like you got to do it. The Lance from the Surfs is the other person. There's a reason why Vosh doesn't host him anymore, or like have him on stream or positively promote him anymore, because I gave Vosh the full rundown of Lance enabling Illuminati's abuse, attacking her abuse victims, and.
By the way, this is funny that Vosh is being brought up here, and I don't know how this does or doesn't play into this whole dynamic and this whole drama, right? But it's, I mean, make of this what you will, I guess. Vosh just released a video, maybe not praising Sean Head. I've not watched it, obviously. But saying that Sean Head is right about something. I mean, is that part of it? Is he going to be upset with Vosh for that? I don't know. Like, if I was Xanderhal and I was upset with Keffals because they've got a friendly relationship with Sean Head, I'd probably be a bit like, wait a minute, hang on. You know that I'm in this big beef at the moment. Why are you... Like, what is it? Vosh is just not paying attention to any of this and is just doing his own thing as per usual. I don't know. Just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny that he happens to release this video about Sean Head in the midst of all this drama.
And how he responded to me criticizing him.
So this is, so there was a situation with Xanderhal where basically Xanderhal got timed out in Vosh's chat for shit-talking Lance. And then I had to talk Xanderhal down from burning the bridge with one of the people who runs his site, who runs my site, who runs Vosh's site. This was a real thing that happened.
Oh my god.
Because the person who runs our site happens to be one of Vosh's mods. Yes, I'm not going to say who, but this is a thing that happened.
For it by lying about what I criticized him for and accusing me of pedo-jacketing him for being bi.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, like it's
I
not the
remember
first time that
a little bit.
It's not the first time I've had a conversation with Vosh and been like, hey, listen, this is how this person has fucked me over. Like, do with that info what you will. And I've been very open about the fact that I will burn bridges with anybody if it's like...
That's probably what I'd imagine that's White Nervosa, just on the top of my head. This is what he does. Yeah, absolutely. Xanderhal is absolutely hands down one of the worst people for this, to do this little ratty... You know, it's funny, he kind of looks like a rat, because that's exactly what he acts like. He's this little ratty guy that will come to you, and he'll be like, oh, this person's done a bad thing, da-da-da. What is pedo-jacketing? Pedo-jacketing is when you say something about someone to suggest that they're a pedo. Right? So you don't necessarily directly call them a pedo, but you talk about them in a way that makes it seem like they're a pedo. So you might say something like, oh, this person's got a very interesting perspective on Lolicon. Oh, look at this. Oh, they like Lolicon. I wonder what's on their hard drive. I wonder if they've been buggering kids or something. I don't fucking know. You're basically implying that someone is a pedophile without saying it directly, okay? And it gets used a lot. Often incorrectly, I think.
Like, this much of a boundary is crossed, if that makes sense. There you can go, like I said earlier in the stream, check Vosh's Discord right now for messages from me. You can find messages from back in, like, April, it might have been, whenever this all happened.
Wait, he was actually muted for 1 day for telling someone in chat to KYS? Man. See, I got made fun of when I told people sometimes you gotta walk away, but sometimes you really gotta walk away. Like, if you're too heated to the point where you're saying stuff like that, you
Oh, damn. Hey, Peter, how's it going? Peter Coffin's here too. Damn. Got a lot of shit going on.
Just, like, take 15 minutes. You just, like, evaluate whether or not the action that you want to take is going to harm you or help you.
Where I say, I will literally burn the Vosh bridge. The Vosh bridge might be cooked if his response to this is cringe. Like multiple messages. I said it in, like, my Discord. I said it in his Discord, in his chat, on VGG. You can literally look it up in the logs. There's literal evidence of me saying I will absolutely burn the bridge with anybody, including Vosh, for the same thing. But Vosh has a response to it that
I know that all of these guys have come for you super hard, haven't they? You're probably rubbing your hands together. All of these breaders. All of these breaders fucking tearing each other apart. Oh.
I think is way better than Keffals, and something that allows me to understand that, like, Vosh is trustworthy and not someone who's just going to, like, try and fuck me over because he's more friendly with somebody else now. Keffals, it feels like, after saying she literally helped me when no one else would, and it's like, dog, I was one of the people defending you against accusations of like, awful shit when you were going through rehab stuff. It feels very much like, I don't care what she did, she helped me. She's my friend, I don't care. And it's like, okay, well, then clearly you're choosing, right?
What? I never said I didn't care.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money
it's fine. He doesn't
oppress people?
Thank you for the super chat.
To be the only halfway sane liberal streamer who does not have a dirty closet.
First of all, I don't think I'm a liberal. Well, I think we're all liberals, really. But anyway, that's besides the point. Secondly, I do have skeletons in my closet. I just keep them tucked away, and you're never going to see them. Okay? You're never going to see them. You're never going to see my... Well, you might do one day. I don't know. There's obviously the allegations that came out about me, which I think a lot of people have concluded were largely bullshit. My only crime was kitten hunting in Discord, which I'm absolved of now. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, no, I try to avoid doing things online that are going to result in skeletons appearing later. I don't know. I just think I try and be quite. I'm not like an open person. I'm not here talking about my like private life and stuff like that, in any great detail. But I try and operate with a policy of being honest about stuff, You're very boring. That's not true, Peter. You once kicked yourself in the balls on television. That is the opposite of boring, as far as I'm concerned.
Doesn't have to be my friend. I just feel like his standard for friendship is meaningless. If this is what he's willing to end a friendship over, I don't feel like we were ever friends in the first place. Because I've been friends with people who have been through so much shit with me. And that shit that we've gone through together made our friendship stronger. But I don't think that he views me as a friend.
Actually, Peter, okay, I do have a question I want to ask you. Because I honestly, sometimes I watch, what is it? Gamer Ranks. And I hear Falcon talking. And I'm like, is it or is it not? Peter Coffin, okay? Let this be the record. Are you Falcon from Gamer Ranks? Yes or no?
I don't think he's ever viewed me as a friend if he's willing to burn bridges that fast.
I mean, I understand, like, establishing boundaries with, like, your friends and stuff like that. I've done the same thing. And, like you are saying you had to do today, I've had to cut off...
Oh my God! He can't comment! Peter can't comment! Oh my God, no way! They can't comment on it, dude! Oh my God!
My boundaries, I get it. Obviously, we are in disagreement in the terms of like setting this particular boundary. But again, like I'm not here to dictate like what boundaries are appropriate or not. Ultimately, only you can decide what boundaries are appropriate or not. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's like I said, the whole situation is just really, really messy.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. And like, to be clear, this isn't like, I don't want to like make this sound the wrong way, but I've had a lot of internet friendships with content creators that have just fallen through, whether it be because I was like, ooh, I can't look past that and be friends with this person anymore and just burn the bridge with them for something they did, or because they're willing to associate with and defend the actions of somebody that they're cool with. Like, I used to literally like have Keffals over to, or not Keffals, Denims over to my house to hang out. Like, we watched The Lord of the Rings together, and then I saw her defending Hassan like vehemently, despite the Ukraine shit and the fucking China Uyghur genocide denial and all of this fucking awful shit. And I was like, ooh,
oh my god,
yeah,
we're getting loads of fucking dude. I'm going crazy over it. We're getting all these fucking guest appearances in this drama. Denims is now involved, dude. They watched Lord of the Rings together. Yeah, Denims is way too close to Hassan's community to. I don't know. Look. There is someone. There is like there's this communist person, right? Who I am friendly with, like on a personal level. We've talked in DMs from time to time. They recently messaged me about streaming, and I just gave them some pointers, And it's like recently they were involved in this like fucking drama over Israel Palestine, and I completely and utterly disagreed with what they said, and I thought it was terrible. But I just don't really care enough to be like, oh, you did a bad thing. Like, who fucking cares, man? What does it matter? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, people have got shitty opinions about things that you don't agree with, sometimes substantively. I don't think it's, like, crazy to have a level of amicability. The only time I think that you wouldn't do that is if someone has, like, come for you super hard. Do you know what I mean? If someone comes for you super fucking hard. Well, I'm not going to name them because it's a private communication. That feels unreasonable. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why it needs to be this dynamic where just because someone says or does something terrible, as long as they haven't like personally gone super hard at you over something and it's a personal issue, I don't know. It's just, that's just business. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that's just business. I don't know. I just kind of see it more so like that. Like there's people in like an office setting you might like or dislike or something like that, but you've all got to find a way to somehow kind of, get along. Am I crazy? Is that a crazy thought process?
Bridge nice and quietly. I didn't even make big drama out of that. So yeah, it's just like,
I mean, let's be honest with Denims though. She's got to.
That is such a weird reason to burn bridges with people. I just like, dude. Like, okay. He's applying such a double standard. Like, I think that he's actually afraid of burning bridges with Vosh. I think that's what's happening. That's why he won't apply the same standard to Vosh. Because he knows how awful of a career move that it would be for him if he were to burn bridges with Vosh. Because I'm going to guess that Vosh is his biggest crossover audience that he pulls his audience from. Like, for instance, Vosh has never said, I am sorry for using the tactical N-word when I was debating neo-Nazis from the kill stream. Like, Vosh never apologized for that. The closest thing that Vosh has done to apologizing for that gamer moment on his stream back in like 2018, 2019 was saying, I will never do it again. And he never did it again. And this isn't me saying, oh yeah, we need to hold Vosh to account for this. This is me pointing out that this is very obviously a double standard that is being...
Can we be real about something? The tactical N-word was one of the best, most base things that Vosh ever did. That is unironically one of the funniest things he's ever done. It was good. There was no need to apologize. When I was a soy leftoid, I was a bit like, ooh, that's a bit much. Shouldn't be doing that. But no, it's funny. Who fucking cares? Yeah, you with a bunch of fucking far-rightoids and you say the N-word. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, you're disarming them a bit. That's part of the fucking strategy, isn't it? All the leftoids were like freaking out about it. It's just a word, guys. Right? The context of him saying it was clearly not to hate on black people. It was to say, hey guys, listen, all your fucking rigmarole of this racism doesn't bother me. Based. Based.
Apply to other people that Xanderhal should, but I feel like Xanderhal is
And yes,
very
his
much
explanation made it funnier because of the whole rigmarole about the tactical N-word. Oh god, now I've got to show it, haven't I? Jesus Christ. I just typed in tactical N-word and it's throwing up results from my local area. Which is, you know, kind of odd. What's that about? In this video, I drop an N-bomb. Big one. Hard R. I did this to show my interlocutors that their language doesn't improve. It's all this explanation makes it funnier. I did this to show my interlocutors that the language doesn't impress me, that their slurs don't frighten or disarm me. You can see from their reactions that it worked. They were clearly taken aback. It was a power move, which I'm entirely unashamed of, but I understand how that language might have upset some of you. This is an example of what I would call an invocation of a slur's power for good, but that's a subjective judgment. I invite you all to discuss this in the comments, critically or otherwise. I need to be careful to not play the clip. Basically, he's on the kill stream. They're dancing around using slurs. And so Voss just says, you realize that you can say, and says the N-word. Loudly, clearly, hard R, explicitly. Okay? It's almost, yeah, it doesn't need an explanation. We get what it is. But he felt the need to give this, like, detailed reasoning as to why he did it. Oh...
more than likely to burn bridges with everyone rather than do that. He said a bunch of times he regrets it. He may very well have, to be honest. I don't watch a lot of streaming content because that's what I do for a living. It's like if you work in a movie theater, it's not like you're going to spend all your time going to movie theaters when you're not working, you know? There's definitely an association in my mind that I can't get it out. Like when I'm watching other streamers, my mind goes to...
Oh my god, now I'm just thinking about all the funny stuff Vosh has done. Like, yeah, when he spoke to, was it Brianna Joy Gray? And he, for some reason, had this weird southern toned accent. Like, it's like this weird code switching that he did. That is such a good clip as well. Oh my god. It's like, where did that even come from? Why is he doing that? He just does stuff that, you know, is completely... you cannot understand why it's happening. But yeah, he got possessed by a plantation owner for like 10 seconds.
I could cover
I'll try and find it.
I could cover that on stream. This could be interesting content. I can't really relax and enjoy it because it's what I do to pay my bills. You know what I mean?
Defend her cash cow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But like my point is that there's been like content creators I burnt the bridge with that you guys don't even know about because I don't actually make it a big deal or go for drama when I do this. The only reason this was like public was because I found out about it on stream.
Yeah. I think the one thing I will say, because you kind of like alluded to it earlier, is that like the reason why you're not in the same position with Vosh is that you have no reason to believe that he would like ever like turn on you or backstab you or whatever.
The big difference
if I had to give my honest opinion, I don't think that Keffals ever would in that way either. But ultimately, that's just my opinion. I mean, any conversation we've ever had about you, it's been a positive conversation. So overall, I don't have any reason based on what I...
Okay. This is not the clip I was thinking of, but I just got reminded of this one as well.
Today, it was sometime, I don't know. The doorbell rang because I don't even fucking remember. It's always something. Why are you wearing gloves? Why do people wear gloves? What? It is an article of clothing. Why do you wear clothes? Obviously, because there's no social stigma against exposing one's bare hands. It's obvious that my hands are cold. Why can't you infer that? Why do I see the question in chat? The issue is you're wearing a t-shirt with them, I think. Well, my forearms aren't cold. My hands are cold. Anyway. The doorbell rang, and Artemy growled really, really loud, and then crawled.
I mean, it's a fair question. It is a bit of an odd choice. If you're cold, that's fine, but you would put a jumper on. Gloves normally would be if you're going out. It is quite unusual to wear gloves indoors. Oh, man. I haven't actually covered any Vosh stuff for a while. Vosh has become very lazy, in my opinion.
I have.
Oh my god, no, surely not. Which one? Watching Vosh's greatest video. Anyway, that's a long video. You know, because the thing is, I think he's got to a position where he's got like he's got a big enough audience that he can just do like a 4-hour stream. I don't know how regularly he streams. But he can just do like a 4-hour stream and he'll give a take on a topic. He hasn't really looked into it in any meaningful, substantive way. He's just kind of read the Twitter headlines and gives it a take, cuts a 10-minute video, and that's the video on that topic, you know? He doesn't really seem to go into any depth or, you know, look at things or dig things up or whatever. He just sort of gives a quick take, cuts a video, boom, and he's on to the next thing. So yeah. He is like the moist critical of lefty streamers. He is 100% now the moist critical of lefty streamers. The difference is he does it all live and then cuts a short video about it rather than records and edits a video.
I know about her feelings towards.
I've never said anything really negative about him. I think that's why this takes me. This is taking me by so much of a surprise. Like, if I'm being completely honest, my worst criticism that I've made of Xanderhal is that I think that he doesn't have as much life experience as he could in order to make his political content interesting.
The Sargon of BreadTube. I don't even think that's fair. I mean, Sargon has created an entire media operation with the podcast of the Lotus Eaters. You know, Sargon is putting quite a lot of effort into his content. So yeah, I don't even know if that's correct, really.
That's it. That is my most scathing critique of Xanderhal, is that he's young in a space where people generally skew older and either have like a college background in politics or sociology, or have in real world political experience like I do.
So the Lonnie thing taught me something very valuable about people, and it's the fact that you literally do not know someone until you've known them for like years. Like you have to like live with
Fucking love you. Okay, let's go back to
someone for years and years and years before even like they can be a completely different person than you think they are. So I've kind of gotten very like not untrusting, but much more cautious, because it is absolutely true that people can be someone completely different than you thought they were. It's happened a million times, and I don't think that's the case for Keffals necessarily, but it's enough of a could be that I'm willing to act on it, if that makes sense, because it's been before many times.
That makes me feel really sad though, because if Xan feels that way, it means that Xan never trusted me to begin with. Because if Xan had trust in me to begin with, I don't think that Xan was willing to flip.
The other thing that's crazy about this as well is that this is more kind of like another sideline of drama that you need to understand, right? I actually covered this and thought that Keffals did quite good coverage of the person. But there was this person called Sasha, who was like a trans like porn star on Twitter. And they were like, first of all, it was like a sort of an allegation of some sort of sexual impropriety or misconduct. And I was like, you know, difficult to know exactly what happened here. But then there was other information shown that was, it was basically proving pretty conclusively that they were like this crazed stalker type person. And they were like hassling this ex that they had or someone they'd slept with, and were like taking pictures inside their own car saying like, I'm coming to get yous and stuff like this. And like in the video, I'm pretty sure Keffals showed that like this is the dashboard. Dashboard? Is that the right term? The inside of the car. I don't fucking know. The inside of the car, and here's the car that they've got from another angle, and they showed it was, you know, yeah, that is their car. They're fucking crazy, like a crazed stalker type person. Anyway, this Sasha person threatened to take Xanderhal to court over his coverage of it. And Keffals actually helped Xanderhal out in regards to the court case. And I think maybe even offered financial support. So, you know, it's like Keffals has actually done very well by Xanderhal in certain dramas in the past. So now for Xanderhal to throw that all in her face and be like, yeah, fuck you, you're friends with Seanhead, it's kind of crazy. You know, it just shows that Xanderhal doesn't really take into account the fact that people, you know, that have helped him, if they're friends with the wrong person, that's enough for, boom, him to cut off contact.
This fast. Okay, all of the people who are saying he has trauma, do you know, like, why are you trying to explain trauma to me? I'm on 2 different sleeping medications because I
God.
can't sleep because I have
Oh, no.
post-traumatic stress disorder. I've
Oh,
had
boy.
firearms pointed at me. I've had multiple houses. I have lived in, swatted, doxxed. I have had every member of my family given death threats. You know, I'm aware of trauma.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand the being more cautious after all the shit that I've been through. I'm definitely more cautious with who I engage with or how I engage with them. So I can understand that perspective.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think,
Yeah.
you know, I obviously very much disagree with the campaign against Kiwi Farms, as I said earlier. I think that Kiwi Farms should exist on the internet. But I'm sure there's stuff that's happened to Keffals that's shitty. I don't think that's untrue. I just think that twisting it into this campaign to really undermine the foundation of the internet and to attack service providers that are helping websites stay up and stuff like that, I'm just fundamentally against that. As shitty as it is, some of the stuff they do, I think that protecting the right of Kiwi Farms to exist kind of supersedes everything else. Because if Kiwi Farms goes, which it kind of did for a while and now it's back up, I think you really start to underpick and undermine some of the foundations of the internet. And then when it gets to a point of like, okay, well, there's this other website that's a problem. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll attack the service providers. You know, it creates a method with which you can use to attack other kind of sites that you don't like. And yeah, I think that's bad, personally.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people are just going to think that I'm overreacting and that I'm crazy, and I've gotten that a lot. I get it for the I like literally, if you look at the replies that I've had to block people for on my call outs of Lance from yesterday, because I once, like, Lance quote tweeted
Oh
my
my
tweet.
God.
Like, I tweeted out randomly, not even adding him or trying to start drama, just a Keck W about how H Bomber guy dunked on Lance in his video. It was like about the legal thing, not about the defense of Illuminati and her abuse and attacking her abusers thing, but it was relatively like related. And so Lance quote tweets that, and I had him muted, so I didn't even know this until a few days later. I see it, and I'm like, motherfucker, he's trying to pretend like I criticized him for attacking Legal Eagle. That's not what I criticized him for. And so I quote tweeted him with the screenshot of his video where he's calling Illuminati's victims malicious liars, and in parentheses, her receipts are insane. Mind you, that's his reaction to Illuminati's, like, Darvo video, where she goes from apologizing about the...
Bro, like, I think, you know, I don't really understand the narrative. Is he right to be angry at Lance? Lance is a fucking retard as far as I'm concerned. But that's besides the point. He's lashing out at everyone. And this is the whole the left eats itself meme, isn't it? Like, all of these people, like, think back to 2021. All of these people were on good terms. They were friends. You know, they were all behind Keffals on the Kiwi Farms campaign. And, like, all of that has just crumbled apart. And now everyone fucking hates each other. Bro, it's nuts. Jesus.
The legal thing, to accusing her victims of being the actual bad guys. The video that completely fell flat and basically caused the end of her career. He defended that, deleted the video in secret, and refuses to acknowledge it exists. I quote tweeted him with it and got dozens of comments saying, just let it go, just let it go, just let it go. That's the reaction I get when I call out horrendous shit.
Did.
Yeah,
I remember that video he did. That video was...
I don't think that Lance did anything for... Like, Lance owned up to it and admitted that Lance fucked up. I don't know how you can still hold it over Lance's head that he admitted that he fucked up. It seems more like Xanderhal is unwilling to let go.
Oh, yeah, no, I do know about this, yeah. Basically, when Illuminati first came out with allegations against, or said that Legal Eagle was trying to steal their editing style, initially, Lance backed them and replied to Legal Eagle, I think, criticizing Legal Eagle. I think over time, Lance realized that, oh, I'm backing the wrong fucking horse here. Like, Illuminati's absolutely fucked in multiple ways. I mean, bear in mind, they were on a show together. They were on a show, the Leftist Mafia. They were on a show together. So Lance probably felt inclined to defend them because they were in this show together. And then it turned out Illuminati was doing all this other crazy stuff. So I think they walked back from that criticism of Legal Eagle, agreed that Illuminati was in the wrong. And then eventually, Lance and the other people on that Leftist Mafia podcast decided to kick Illuminati off. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you can still say Lance was retarded to back it in the first place. But, I mean, he went, he got to a point where, like, Illuminati got kicked off their podcast over it. I don't know.
so bad. I'm pretty
Like,
sure
what more could you ask
my
for?
reaction to that video is the reason why I got blocked by Lance.
It's also just kind of weird because like Xanderhal's entire claim to fame is that he escaped the alt-right pipeline, but it seems like he's not willing to give other people the grace and space in order to change and admit that they fucked up. Like, am I off base here?
Because I had never interacted with Lance ever on Twitter.
That's fair.
And I got blocked not long after my reaction to that video because it was just a really bad video. Everything the Illuminati said, she was 100% in the wrong. So for him to go and defend her as hard as he did, it just like, you're just wrong, dude.
Yeah. Sorry. Lungs are a little...
Yeah, I know
you're
recovering from COVID.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling a little bit better from that.
Oh, dude, I feel amazing. Like, I was dealing with long COVID since my, first time getting it back in April, and it's been hell. Like, I thought my life was over for a little while. Like, it was never gonna go away. Getting reinfected and then fighting it off again feels like it basically cleansed all of the long COVID out, too. Like, I feel better now than I did before I got reinfected, and I've...
Wait, hang on a sec. He's had long COVID, he says. He's had long COVID. And now he's... What is he trying to say? He got COVID again, and it cleaned out the long COVID. Bro. We're on YouTube, guys. YouTube, I'm just... Okay, stop. No more discussion. No. If you wish to seek information about COVID, please go to your local healthcare provider and speak to them directly. Do not listen to people on the internet. Do not listen to anyone else, okay? Let's move on.
Still got a sniffle and a cough.
Jeez. I got it, I think it was early 2021.
Yeah, so I gotta say, like, having listened to this, I'm just kind of sad more than anything. Because this really does just feel like it's all about feels, and there's no logical consistency behind any of this. It really just feels depressing. Like, Xan has a lot of shit that he's dealing with that he doesn't know how to deal with. He doesn't know how to articulate it, and he is acting it out in a way where he's trying to make it reasonable to him, but it doesn't really come off like it's reasonable. None of the things that he says hold up to any scrutiny. It's hard for me to even respond to all of this because he's taking like every time that he has been hurt in his life and trying to use it as justification, even though I have given him no reason to suggest that I would burn him. Like, ultimately, it hurts me more that this happened in the first place. It actually ended up hurting him too. There has been no positive outcome of this situation. But I think what's upsetting to me more is how selfish it comes off. I've been fucking burned. I've been dragged through the mud. I've tried to take my own life because I couldn't bear it anymore. But I'm still here and I'm still willing to listen to people. I'm still willing, despite how much people have hurt me, to trust people because I believe in people. I saw someone in chat say this. I want to address this right now. You can still be friends with... You can... Not friends. None of you are friends with Xan. Well, some of you. I don't know all of you. You can still watch Xan. You can still support Xan. You can still subscribe to Xan. You can still give Xan money and financially support him and like his takes and like his content and be part of his community. I legitimately do not care. That's kind of like the point of where I'm at with everything. It's like, I don't. I have a crossover audience with DGG. I don't give a fuck. People can like whoever they want. You're all individuals with your own tastes, your own preferences, your own opinions.
The only thing I would say I did wrong in this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really disagree with that. Obviously, people are going to like who they're going to like. I don't think it's reasonable to put sort of criteria on your audience. Keffals is a lying bitch. I don't think she's lying there. I think she's probably saying it, what she believes. I think anything beyond just an acceptance that people are going to watch people that you don't like. None of it matters. None of it fucking matters. Literally, none of it matters. Watch who you want. Enjoy your content, okay? And that's it.
Was making that tweet. Besides that, I think reacting to it on stream is
fine.
fine.
I've covered King Cobra before.
I don't think it's unreasonable. I think my messages to her were fine, especially when trying to talk to her in private. And I think my arguments for why I felt the way I did on her stream were fine. What really upset me, though... Oh, Josh Kiss, yeah, you gotta get banned too. I recognize you shit-talking me and calling me a piece of shit in Keffals chat as well.
You notice the difference here that I, right now, was telling you can...
Her last crusade against Augie didn't work, so she's changed her strategy. I mean, there is an analysis of Keffals' actions which are rooted in a cynical view that it's all considered and clout and, different angles to try and achieve what she's trying to achieve. Has she genuinely changed? I mean, for me, I guess you just got to see and continue forward and see what's what. I don't know. I think that if you're going to hold on to the things of the past that have happened, I mean, yeah, you're probably never gonna get past that, right? I don't know. You know, I do think I'm a big believer in people changing, and I've always believed that. I've always believed that people can move forward and change their ways, and I believe it for, like, you know, people that are super bigoted or whatever, and I believe it across all angles, you know. Little gay. I mean, I don't know. I just think people can change, and that's consistent for me. I just, you know, I think that obviously people do shitty things in life, and whilst it would be nice to see some accounting for that, I think that some stuff, you know, you've just got to kind of write off, I think. I don't know. But I personally, I'm not like, I'm still on the. I don't really like Keffals. You know, I think Keffals is. I've got a lot of concerns with Keffals, and I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm not going to sit here and constantly fucking, like I was kind of joking a bit about it earlier, but it's like people almost want you to constantly remind of all the bad stuff that they've done. And I've spoken about it a bit because I think it's relevant to the matter at hand. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. What more can you say about it, really?
You can like Xan and be part of Xan's community, and Xan is banning all of the people from my community? Like, what the hell? That's weird. Yeah, he keeps talking about how he regrets the tweet that he made, but the tweet is still up. And then in the debate, he doubled down and said that it was valid and that I'm a snake and a dick rider.
And also, the other thing as well is in this particular drama, like, Keffals hasn't really done anything wrong. What has Keffals done that you can criticize in this? Keffals is just friendly with Shoe on Head. Xanderhal doesn't like it, and he kicks up a massive fucking stink for no reason. I mean, out of all of this, it's Xanderhal that's in the wrong, so that's that.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that I did wrong was making.
See, look, I know Xan isn't going to take my opinion, but if Xan can't help himself, I'm going to give Xan some Chad advice because I am a true Chad streamer. So if you have a chatter who's shit talking you, use them as a springboard to tell everyone else in your audience why they're wrong.
Oh no!
Every time I see a shit talker in my chat, I just use them as a springboard.
Keffals is saying to get one guide. Do not do that.
And then I tell my audience the arguments that they can use against those specific arguments. Yeah, Vosh does this. Hassan does this. That's why Hassan argues so much with the white names in his chat. They're actually useful idiots. They're useful idiots that you can use as a springboard for your own arguments.
Yeah, I mean, in the interest of full transparency, like, in my opinion, I think that, as I mentioned before, like, if I were put in that position...
Listen, I've got to be honest with you. I know people talk about one guiding a lot. Yes, I get one guide, okay? I get one guide, obviously. But I think engaging with your chat and fucking shouting at people in your chat is fine, okay? Obviously, I'm biased because I do it sometimes. It's kind of funny. It's good entertainment. People get a kick out of it. There's a dynamic where people will say you're getting one guide and stuff like that. I think the problem for me with some people is they take it to an extreme, though. And, obviously Hassan's one guys are, like, legendary. Hassan goes absolutely fucking ballistic for, like, a long time off the back of one chatter. So it's about moderating it a bit. Chud is the worst about it. What do you mean, Courtney? Anyway, how's it going, Courtney? I've not seen you around for a little while. What's been happening? Adam, Adam, listen, man. Your schizo posting has just gotten too extreme. Do I need to ban you? Can you stop being a schizo? You're fucking insane. At Courtney, what the fuck are you really gay for at Peter Coffin's ex-wife? God damn it, good for you. I guess good luck to you. You did one guy me, correct?
Chatter, and then just like looked into it later and had a discussion with it later in private with whoever the chatter was trying to cause drama between me and that person with. But again, that's just me, that's how I would have handled it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I listen. I understand how other people will have thicker skin on this kind of stuff than I do, especially if they've got like a lot more cushion. But like I'm a smaller creator, you know. I like in this space. I haven't been doing it for long enough to really build up that level of like hardcore.
Xanderhal has a bigger audience than I do. Why is he invoking the small bean argument? He has what, 60,000 more subscribers than me on my live streaming channel, and 40,000 more on my main channel. Like, even, yeah, what tips is, like, even this call, does Xan not realize who he's talking to? Like, I haven't been through harassment campaigns before. Like, I also don't have trust issues. He can't seem to step outside of himself. It's like he is not...
Does anyone really believe this guy used to be... Xanderhal was never a Nazi. No. His fucking alt-right pipeline shit. He played Minecraft on an edgy server and they made jokes about Hitler. Okay? That is the lengths of his alt-right behavior. And he probably watched some anti-SJW YouTubers too at the time, right? He was never a fucking Nazi, right? No one is ever in the online space. Like, to be a Nazi, to be any political ideology, you need to do something. You need to go and do something in order to invoke in some way that political ideology, okay? All these people that are online that are saying, I'm a Nazi, I'm an anarchist. If you're an anarchist, right, go down to the post office and put a fucking redacted in the redacted to redacted it, okay? What are you doing sat on the internet calling yourself an anarchist, right? I think that you become something through action, not by saying you're the thing, right? I do not think that you are an anarchist sat on Twitter tweeting about things, right? I do not think that you're a Nazi because you watched a couple of fucking Stefan Molyneux videos. You're just watching content on the internet. You're a consumer, right? That's it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But stop acting like you are something, because you're not. You're not that thing, right? I think if you're taking some sort of substantive action towards a political goal, then you earn the right to call yourself that thing. It's not even earning the right to call you. You are that thing. You become that thing, right? If you were doing something to push towards that goal. But most people aren't. They just say they're something. And that doesn't make it so. We're all liberals. I say this all the fucking time. We're all just liberals. That's all we are. And people will try and resist that. If you're an anarchist and you're posting on Twitter and spreading ideas about anarchism, you're a liberal. You're a fucking liberal. If you're a Nazi, but you're just watching fucking Stefan Molyneux videos or whatever on the internet, you're also a liberal. We're all liberals. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Empathizing with other people in this conversation, I don't understand. Also, everyone needs to stop with the he's just a little boy thing. He's like almost 25 years old. He is a fully grown adult.
Of my reputation, especially after how uniquely maligned I have been for my size as a content creator, like the amount of insane drama I've had. I can't do another sex cult drama. I can't do another Lonnie situation. I can't do another like fucking Noah Samson drama. At least not for a little while. I need a little bit of break from that kind of stuff. And so I think it is okay.
I just realized that Cherry is shit talking me in chat too. So
hold
on.
Oh god, okay. Cherry. Not that Cherry. Cherry is Xanderhal's editor, who also is kind of involved in the space somewhat as well.
So Cherry just said, Xanderhal, didn't Keffals at one point mass ban anyone who followed Destiny on Twitch? It's just like, yeah, that's true, but also I regret doing that. That was a stupid move. That was a stupid move because just because you follow someone doesn't mean you like them. And all that ended up doing was making it so there are hundreds of thousands of people who can't watch me on Twitch, and I have no tool for unbanning them. Keffals, I think Cherry's very hurt about getting banned in chat. I think a lot of what is happening here is people hurting each other.
Oh my
there,
God.
I just unbanned Cherry. I don't care. The only reason I banned Cherry in the first place is because both Cherry and Xanderhal came barreling into my stream before the stream even started. I have no hard feelings towards either Xanderhal or Cherry. In fact, I'm going to unban Xanderhal as well.
You can only do what you think is best for you. And while I may disagree with it, I mean, ultimately, you're the only one who can decide that, right?
Yeah, well, I don't want to stir the pot and start any drama, but, like, you know, I even apply this standard to my friendship with you, right? Like, there have been some people that say some stuff about you. I'm not going to stir anything up or name drop, but, like, who I just don't really associate with as much anymore because of their, like, of my own volition, of my own choice, because of the shit they say about you and the shit they say about, like, other people that I'm friends with. And, like, if any of them wanted me to, like, call it out, I'd absolutely be, like, in favor of that. Absolutely. I haven't been asked to, but out of my own, like, feeling like it's wrong, to be super like defensive and favorable towards people that are shit talking my friends, even if they aren't shit talking me and starting shit with me. I kind of feel a responsibility to kind of distance myself, and a responsibility to, if I ever do platform them in a way that is critical enough that people recognize I don't endorse them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that, and I do appreciate the sentiment, but at the same time, I never expected that from you. That's not an expectation I personally have of you.
But that's like, so much like how the feeling of betrayal that I feel from Keffals is something that I can't make go away. The feeling of
what betrayal though? I don't understand what betrayal. Keffals is friendly with shoe on head, right? That's it. That's the action that's been engaged in. Xanderhal messaged Keffals and had this concept in their head that Keffals had done something that they hadn't, right? And then Keffals was like, what are you on about? And Xanderhal went and started fucking tweeting publicly about it and stirring up a drama over literally nothing. Right? It's the most high school shit I've ever heard of. Oh, I went to lunch and I saw you at the lunch table with that person I don't like.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, you're using liberal in the sense of non-political usage. Most people assign liberal to Democrat. People don't bother to learn the difference.
Thank you for the $5. I'm just saying shit. That's what I'm doing. Who knows if I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying it.
Responsibility to somewhat I don't know if defend the honor of my friends. Be loyal to my friends is a very similar emotion that I have. That's very, practically impossible to overcome, right?
See, also, there's an issue here with blind loyalty. You shouldn't be blindly loyal to people just because they're your friends. That will always bite you in the ass. Sometimes your friends fuck up. Sometimes your friends are wrong. You can't just go to bat for your friends. I'll give you a personal example. Okay? I'll give you all a personal example of this that happened to me a while ago. Brianna Wu. Brianna Wu is my friend. I like her. On a personal level, I like Brianna Wu. She is one of the only people in this world who understand what it is like to be the target of an online harassment campaign that is to the magnitude that most people will never experience, and I am glad most people will never experience. It is fucked up and traumatizing, and it hurts your brain in ways that I had to do like at least 20 hours of therapy sessions to even get to the point of catching a therapist.
Yeah, basically, Brianna Wu, you notice in a lot of people's, maybe not here. Oh, it was in Xanderhal's video, I think. It was in Xanderhal's video. So Xanderhal is working with Progressive Victory, which I think is Brianna Wu's pack or something. And this pack is like, basically Wu's got this idea that the streaming space has got like lots of opportunity for growth and like Democrat shilling and stuff like that. So there's, at the moment, I believe, like money getting pumped into it, and there's various streamers that are working with Brianna Wu. Some of them are getting paid. You know, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm not associated with it or involved in it in any way. The only involvement I've had in this whole thing is when I was on that stream after DebateCon on the Progressive Victory stream, and I was saying some stuff. Okay, that's my involvement. The only involvement that I've had. My only involvement in this campaign has been to berate women on a live stream. But yeah, from what I understand, there's like streamers that are involved and they're getting, you know, payments for certain aspects. I mean, like I say, I don't know. I'm not on the inside, but yeah, that also I think is kind of in the background of all of this too. In that I think some of these streamers that are publicly kind of fighting, I think, have these kind of back-end associations with each other. So it's kind of stirring up drama publicly that then this organization, I think, is having to manage and kind of smooth over, from what I understand.
Everything that happened to me. But she fucks up sometimes. She has bad opinions sometimes. And her being my friend, when she fucked up like back in...
Chud is a man of the people. Can't sell out your principles if you never claim to have them. Well, I do have ideas and principles in my head, but I just don't make a lot of content about what it is because I find that a bit cringe personally. But yeah, I have never and would never take money from a political organization for this. You know, any sponsorship I would get or any money I would get would be purely on the basis of, hey, I'm a business and I want you to shill our product. Hey, thank you. Here's a product. If you want it, go and get it, like the mobile games. I think that personally, like this political money flowing in, not for me. I think it creates dodgy incentives with content that I'm not really into personally. But yeah, so there's another layer to this that you probably aren't seeing, which is the behind the scenes stuff that's likely happening off the back of this public kind of drama that's erupting.
March. Was it March or October? When the group chat leaked, I went to bat for her, even though
I was in that group
she
chat.
should not have said the shit that she said.
I was in
Even
that group
though I have
chat.
issues with Benny, I shouldn't have gone to bat to her immediately. But that's what this kind of blind loyalty does. You end up hurting yourself trying to defend your friend, even when your friend fucks up. And I think you can both say this person's my friend and this person fucked up. You can have both things at the same time.
I mean,
it's not a binary. It's not black and white. You know, not everyone who is your friend is going to have the best views. They're drippy as fuck. Giga Chad goes to the...
What was I doing? I just got invited to it. I got added to it. That was it. I wasn't even really participating in it that much.
Gym 5 days a week. You know, sometimes life is complicated. And a lot of people who have friends in the real world, you know, it's not like all of their friends are giga-based leftists. Sometimes it's like you have friends with conservatives. You have friends with libertarians. You have friends from all walks of life. Because, like, the world is a complicated place. And the more you have this, like, notion of purity among who you associate with, the more lonely you're going to be. Like, quite frankly, there's a lot of people who call themselves leftists who are less empathetic than people who call themselves conservatives. Who are less good friends than people who call themselves conservatives, who have done less
this is
work
just
to help
true.
their community than people who call themselves conservatives.
Listen, say what you want about Keffals. She is 100% correct on this. She is bang on the money. It is absolutely true that in the normal world, you are friends with people who do not share your political views. Some of them can be, you know, some of them can be a complete opposite view to you. They might even hold views that you think are horrible and you don't like and you think are disgusting. But you get on and you coexist because that's what fucking life is all about, right? It's only really kind of online that we see this hardline purity testing where you must have the right political views to associate with people. And that is bleeding out a little bit, I think, into the real world. And, you know, knowing some people from Portland, I know that, like, this online mentality does bleed out into some of the in real life interactions of people like the Antifa shit and that kind of thing. You know, that I think is all connected in some way. But anyway, the point is yeah, as a normal person operating in the world, you'll be friends with people that you don't like. Yes. I mean, that you don't agree with politically. That's just the way it goes.
Like, just because someone aligns with your ideological beliefs doesn't mean that they are inherently a good person or a good friend. Also, Brianna, if you end up seeing this, I love you. Sorry, I just had to say the truth. It's whatever. We're chill.
I feel guilty if I continue associating with someone who fucked over my friend. It's just it's that like deep gut feeling of I am doing something wrong and I need to change my...
A few months ago, she participated in the leftoid shit as well. She's a grifter. Stop your gooner brain. I mean, I think I've made it pretty clear what I think about Keffals personally, on a personal level. Yeah, I'm not saying this to... I'm just saying that Keffals is correct. I've said what I think about Keffals. I think that if you... Like, whether this is genuine or not is up in the air, obviously. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? You can't predict the future. And it is too short of a turnaround for me to be like, oh yeah, Keffals is based now, personally. I just think it probably needs more time to see how things shake out over a period of time. That's my kind of perspective on it.
My behavior. Like that like deep gut guilt feeling you get, you know? And
yeah, I mean, at the very least, nobody can knock you for being inconsistent, right?
I try to be consistent. I mean, like, if there's somebody that I'm friends with and they come to me and they're like, hey, listen, this motherfucker did this, and that, you gotta stop doing it, I'll be like, fuck it, all right, word. You know, like that's... I try to keep the same standards because if I'm going to if I'm expecting that 50% to be given, I got to give that 50%. I got to be willing to give and be ready to give that 50%. Or my wanting that 50% is going to be like, it's unreasonable, right? Like if I'm not willing to do that for a friend, then I have no place whatsoever having that expectation for other people.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing as well, because I think, because the other day when I was talking about Keffals, I was like, oh, she's never really done anything to me, but there was obviously the time that she said that I was a pedophile. But in fairness to Keffals, as much as that was a shitty thing to do, I think that it became transparent later on. And that was off the back of her communications with DJ Mule, and it was DJ Mule. Who remembers DJ Mule? It was DJ Mule. Okay, listen, we're gonna have to do some bans here, I think, or some times out. You've been a sub for a little while. Let's do a little timeout, I think. How is it lost? How is it lost to say, yeah, someone did a really shitty thing to me, but it's transparent on the basis of more information that it happened off the back of that shit that happened with DJ Mule? What do you mean? Why would you hold, like, that was, how long ago was that even? That was like, I think that was even before I was on camera, wasn't it? So that's over a year ago at least. Yeah. Someone called me something really shitty once and did a really shitty thing to me. And they apologized for it, and then I think went on to, went on to explain that DJ Mule had put poison in their ear about the situation. President Sunday. I am no longer at odds with President Sunday over the drama that we had last year. It's in the past. I've moved past it. I've forgotten it. You could become a very bitter, twisted person if you hold on to every single time that someone has ever done or said something bad about you. No, I'm not very forgiving. I'm not very forgiving at all.
To Chud Nation.
I'm just not going to hold on to stuff that happened over a year ago and be bitter about it when things are long past and moved on since then. What's the point of that? You just become a very bitter, nasty person, I think. I don't know. That's my take anyway. Yeah, President Sunday's in my Discord again, yeah. He's a true spicy chatter at heart, I think. It's not even a case of forgiving. It's a case of just forgetting. Can you forgive someone for like doing some shitty thing to you? I just like, okay, it's a long time ago. Who cares anymore? Let's fucking move forward. That's it. Is that crazy? Is that a crazy thing to do? Some people in chat are acting like I should bitterly hold on to every single bad thing that someone's ever done to me forever. That's just a really shitty way to live, if you ask me.
You understand that?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I really want to be clear here that I do not dislike Keffals, and of course I will not tolerate any bullshittery about her in my community, whether it be like that dumb fuck that replied some transphobic shit about her to one of my tweets earlier, or people that try to attack her for drug stuff, or with like the stuff she did with Takedown Kiwi Farms or whatever. That's not going to be allowed in my community. There's a very very clear line between like I have a personal falling out with this person, and I'm not like willing to cross it in any like petty ways. I don't want to see Keffals fall. I don't want to see her fail.
I'm glad that he's at least willing to say that, though it is weird that he's saying I don't want to hear anything about the drug stuff when he immediately brought up my drug addiction while he was mad at me. Like, he already attacked me for it. That was just completely uncalled for.
It's just that, for me, personally, there's a certain boundary I have to set up for myself.
Okay, so I got asked a question in the YouTube chat. Sorry I keep doing these. Actually, I'm not sorry that I keep doing these cutaways, because this is honestly boring and it's more fun to answer these questions. So someone said to me, if one of your friends was friends with a Marxist-Leninist, would you still be friends with them? Yes, absolutely I would.
What about a Nazi? Come on, ask the real question. Marxist-Leninist. Keffals used to be a Marxist-Leninist. I think there's a lot of bad blood in that situation. No, what about a Nazi? That's the real question. My answer is yes. I wouldn't be bothered about that.
I have friends that are Marxist-Leninists. Some of them, they saw my criticisms, they're no longer friends with me. But some of them are like, yeah, I disagree with you, I don't like your politics, but I like you as a person, and we're still friends, because you don't have to politically... We have an ML as a mod here. I don't have to agree with people 100%. That's not how I operate. I'm not trying to build, like, a political echo chamber. You can believe what you want. There's
Actually, Nocturnal Nick, yeah, I think that's a good point. Pretty different dynamic at play in the YouTuber space than IRL. It probably would be reasonable for the average person to just hate someone that spread a rumor of them being a pedo. Well, yeah, particularly if that rumor had a substantive impact on like their life, right? Like, yeah. I think that people are looking at it from their own perspective when in the online space, like so much crazy shit happens online that if you're going to be bothered about crazy shit, but people doing crazy things to you, and you're going to hold on to it forever, you're probably not going to fucking make it as a content creator, because you're just going to become extremely bitter and angry. you know? Look at Extreme Dad. Extreme Dad is such a good example of that, right? What, like, Vosh and Xanderhal did to Extreme Dad was atrocious and terrible, and they should never have done what they did. But Extreme Dad has held on to it for years, and it's only negatively impacted him. Extreme Dad is the best example to look at if you want to see what the consequences are of holding on to people doing shitty things to you forever.
There's no party line. There's no political line that you need to follow here. And honestly, anyone who does this echo chamber shit is the most boring fucking person imaginable. Like, I'm sure you are an absolute hoot at parties.
And it's unfortunate that because of my fuck up, I admit, it ended up having to be so public. Because normally this kind of thing, this sort of like cultivation of who I associate with, normally it would be done in private. I wouldn't like to make it a whole public spectacle. But sometimes that's just how it goes.
He made it a public spectacle. Why is he trying to act like this wasn't public?
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said before, it is what it is. You know, it played out the way it played out. You know, we don't have a time.
Hate to ask, but what happened to Extreme Dad? Well, there's another fucking rabbit hole for you. Jesus. Go and watch Will and his channel's video about Extreme Dad. See, look, I'm even recommending Will and his channel content. What a fucking gracious guy I am, hey?
Time machine, we can't go back and change it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I think that a lot of it is also, like, I hope that maybe this helps a lot of people to understand that, like, content creators are people. And, like, while there is this sort of, like, meme-y internet space of friendships and whatnot, we're real people. And there's a certain point where, like, I'm willing to be like, it's the internet, who cares? But then there's a certain point where it's like, well, this person's supposed to be, like, my friend, like, IRL friend, like, off the internet. Like, there's a bit of a higher tier there, right?
Yeah, I know for some people that, like, that's a way they look at it for sure. Yeah, I can understand that. There's that closer connection there, so there's higher expectations.
Yeah, and to be clear, I don't want to discredit anything that Keffals has ever said or done that's helped me out. Like, she was very much willing to help fundraise whenever that crazy fucking bitch Sasha was threatening to sue me for talking about her. And I appreciate that a lot, but...
That was, I mean, if I remember correctly, I think that was literally in the last few months that all went down. It's so wild to me. And if Keffals had done something insane to Xanderhal, I totally get it. I'd be more understanding. But the fact that Keffals has given substantive support to Xanderhal over this stupid lawsuit thing, only then, months later, to publicly burn the bridge over the fact that Keffals is friendly with Shoe on Head, it's utterly insane to me. And it just shows that the guy has got no principle of, like, loyalty from any possible angle. Like, he's such a little wretch. He's such a pathetic little wretch that will cut people off in a heartbeat, cut the strings off for literally no good reason.
It feels... I don't know how to say, or what to say. It feels weird to have... It feels weird to have people tell me that it is terminally...
You're so nice it makes me ill. Saccharine, even. Yeah, but Styler, that's just because you're the opposite. You hate everyone, constantly, all the time, no matter what.
...online to have these standards. That's definitely the weirdest part for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like to comment too much on that would come off as dictating, like I said before, your personal boundaries, and
yeah.
I don't want to do that. Ultimately,
anyway, listen, I think, well, we might as well just finish this up, I guess.
Decide what's best for yourself, and I think that's what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like, once again, I appreciate you coming on and everything, and I'm glad this didn't end up being a drama segment. Like I said, I didn't want it to be a drama segment. I just want...
Uh-oh! Well, Keffals has got to turn it into more drama. Let's go, based.
Keffals, I said this earlier, but honestly, I don't feel like this is even about Shoe anymore. This is really not about Shoe. This is about so much more than just Shoe on Head. It feels like whenever Xan talks about this, it just starts bleeding into every way that he's been burnt in his life.
But yeah, thank you for coming on. Is there anything else you want to say?
Oh my god, it's so true.
No, I appreciate you for having me.
That is every Xanderhal fucking drama ever. It becomes all about the ways he's been hurt. It's about listing out every single way he's ever been hurt by someone in the content creation sphere.
It's like I said at the start, I got a lot of respect for you and Keffals. You guys have been there for me, through a lot, and I appreciate it. It's unfortunate things played out the way they did today, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just one of those things. These things happen. I wish you both nothing but the best.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tipster. I appreciate you coming on stream. I hope you have a good one, bro. And yeah, Have a good one. Have you tried?
Okay, so important to note that the person who just commented this is a new chatter. But they just said it's a trauma response. It's justifications for how he feels and what he did. X happened to me. Y happened to me. So
Oh my
Z
God.
is justified. And okay,
Can
so
we
first,
stop using the fucking trauma response shit? God damn it. People do shitty things. They might be doing it because other shitty things have happened to them, sure. But they're still doing a shitty thing. Fuck me.
First of all, we don't know if this is actually a trauma response and this is psychoanalyzing when it's honestly not our place. But also, it doesn't justify the situation. It could very well be a trauma response and it can still be wrong. It being a trauma response doesn't absolve what he's doing. I mean, it's sad. I wish the bridge wasn't burned, but sometimes you just need to accept how things are and move on with your life.
Thank you very much. Anyway, so there we go. There's Keffals' perspective on all this recent drama.
Chud Nation.